Alright, so we bought a speaker from eBay for I have a Zachary T, and I have a new old stock Uniden Washington, so this would look good with either one of those. It appeared to be in really good shape on the listing, so we'll see how it goes. It looks like the packaging is okay to an extent, except for the back side, obviously. Just, the box hitting the frame. I understand that there's a lot of fees associated with eBay, and that's why you really don't sell much there, other than microphones and small mic adapters. And I do sell Mako antennas on there, the V58, V5000. There's a lot of fees, but usually things that are, I package good and really don't have too many problems. I don't like to make videos like this, but it is what it is. So we're gonna pull this thing out and hope that it's not all beat to hell on this side. I've never owned a speaker before for like a Uniden President style bass, so it's kind of like a first for me. Yeah, so it looks to be in pretty good shape. I can get that stuff out of there with a little tuning screwdriver that I use, non-metallic. That stuff will fall right out. Could probably just blow it out with my mouth. Yeah, she's in real good shape. It's my understanding these things are basically just hollow, so it's just a speaker up front and there's really nothing in it. I know guys have done stuff to these kind of speakers and modified them and stuff, so therefore they could put a power supply in it, kind of use the cabinet for other pieces of gear. I think guys have put little mobile amplifiers inside of these and stuff, and you could hide some stuff away in the speaker, so there's room to. I'm not going to do anything like that. Some guys are real picky about how speakers sound. As long as this thing sounds halfway decent, I'm going to be okay with it. I know a lot of guys will put acoustic foam and stuff inside of stuff to fill in the void. I don't really care. I have a Kenwood speaker for one of my HF models. I think it sounds really good just the way it came. And I think those are basically the same. It's just a hollow cabinet to fit the trim of the radio so it lines up, and then just a speaker up front. And that has filters and stuff in it, but a speaker's a speaker, so not too picky there. I'm not going to knock the seller for the way they shipped it. I mean, I guess they did the best they could. It's just one of those things, you would like to see the speaker fully surrounded on all sides with something. I mean, they did okay. It made it here. That's the end of the story on that. I'm just going to plug it in and make sure that it's got sound. Okay, so there it is on the inside. It's real clean. Looks like this thing was well taken care of. It wasn't stored in any damp or moist area where you start to get rust and corrosion and all that. I mean, I'd say it looks pretty damn good for what it is. This is probably what, 1990s or something it was made. It's got a Uniden speaker. I bet you it's the same speaker that they put in the radio. Maybe a little bit bigger actually, but all in all, I mean, yeah, you could probably get a different speaker if you wanted something a little more high quality. I mean, you could do a lot with this. You could put a little amplifier in here for the sound and probably a little EQ. I mean, there's tons of room to do stuff. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to use it the way it is. A lot of times these older pieces of gear like this, they have that felt. I'm not too worried about it. I'll never take the cover probably off again. Looks like some of the glue is coming off. Probably it's best to get that out of there, because that crap could probably turn nasty over time. So probably just take a piece of electrical tape and tape that down or something. But and you could always rewire this thing if you had to. It's not a big deal. So yeah, let's put the cover back on and see how it sounds. Okay, well, she's working good. I got that stuff out of there. Actually, my Zachary T is a president, so this would match perfect with that one. Man, in the corner. The Uniden is obviously a unit in Washington, so I think that they make, there's decals that they make that look like this that you can put on. I think there's a dude in Michigan actually that makes them. Mark is his name, I think. He probably doesn't remember, but I bought some stuff from him in the past before I did my little business venture that I'm still doing. So, nice guy. He used to have a little CB thing going on at, guys outside of Michigan probably wouldn't know, but it was at the, what the heck is that thing called? I think it was in Waterford. I call it like a flea market or something, but you guys might call it something else in other states. But he had a lot of CB stuff he was selling, and he had like a bunch of new old stock antennas in his garage and stuff. I remember that. It was years ago, like maybe 15 years ago. But anyways, the old speaker's working. Seems like there's quite a bit of skip today. I haven't been out there yet. I bought this. You'll see on eBay, and I had it sitting in the garage for about a week. I kind of forgot that I had it. I'm like, man, I need to bring that in. What I would say is if you're buying something older, you may not want to bring it in right away and open it up. You may want to like leave it out in your garage or even on the porch or something and just kind of take the screws out of it and look inside, because you know, old things like this, depending on where they're stored, they're prone to get like spiders and bugs. And I'm not saying that the person that sold it to you is trying to sell you a box full of bugs or whatever, but you know, things can happen and people don't really check inside or anything. They didn't make pictures of the inside of this. That's why I looked inside of it. I figured I left it out in the garage. It was boxed. It's been pretty darn cold. We've gotten down to the frost line or less temperature wise in Michigan already, so I figure if there were any bugs inside of it, they were probably dead, because obviously bugs need to eat and they need to find water and all that. So you just don't want to open something up and, you know, you can have a bunch of roaches or something in it. That would be a bad day. You know, just anything older, I would just recommend, you know, if you're gonna want to get it in your place right away or whatever, just open that sucker up and look inside, and if you do got stuff in there, get it the heck out of there. But that has nothing to do with the seller or anything. It's just in general, people like to buy older stuff, and you never know what you got inside of it. Old base stations and mobile radios, we've all kind of seen that probably. And a lot of times you'll see dead crispy bugs in there, spider webs, cobwebs, whatever. But it's something to think about. But yeah, this thing is working. I mean, I don't think the sound is like spectacular out of it, but it's just a basic speaker, so it's more for the cosmetic look to sit up against the base station. All right, 73.